So I got a phone call or an email a couple of weeks ago, and they said, would you like to do this? I said, absolutely, but they immediately handcuffed me in two areas. They told me that I had 5 minutes. What button am I pushing? The green one. The green one. They told me I had 5 minutes, and to be honest to God, I could talk 5 minutes about that napkin if I had to. And then they told me when I got here that I have 2 square feet to work within, because otherwise I'll be out of the range of the video. And frankly, if you know me, I'm half Italian with a name like Holt, and I want to move, okay? So I'm here tonight to spend 5 minutes and speed read through some slides. I'm going to make the assumption that you all can read. Therefore, I am not going to tell you what's on the slides. You read it, I'll point a couple things out, we'll get through this painlessly, and then I will sit down, okay? Arena Americas, if this works, is actually a name that you don't know, and I'm destroying your equipment, I'm so sorry, but we've actually been around for 50 years, based out of the Midwest. In 2014, we were purchased by a company called the Arena Group, which immediately gave us a global footprint. We have 5 locations in the U.S., and before I bore you with too many numbers, we're the 4th largest tented structure, we're the 4th largest rental company in the United States. We're the largest tented structure company in the U.S. The line I want to point out there is this thing called in-house design and manufacturing. I pointed out for the following. If you're in this industry, you know something. Customization is happening. You can't fit a stock product everywhere you go, and so the ability to be able to manufacture our own product, which we do, and customize it in-house with our own people, our own design folks, huge, saves us a ton of money, something that we'll absolutely play with you guys as well. ISIS, I want to bring that up. If you'll notice, there's 4 areas of ISIS right there. We've won a lot of awards with ISIS. We are very active in ISIS, and I'll say this, because I said this before. I got here in Philadelphia, I developed markets for Arena. I got here in Philadelphia last May. This chapter blew me away. And I walked back to our New York office and said, guys, all due respect, I'm going to Philadelphia for a while. I'll see you. You got plenty of salespeople up there. I'm here. You guys have blown us away, but we're a very strong supporter of ISIS nationwide. On to some very quick stuff. What do? We do galas. You've seen all this kind of stuff. We'll talk a little bit more about it, okay? That's an example of the type of stuff we do. You know, we do a lot of weddings, high-end stuff, poles, frames, structures, things of that nature. You notice I'm cruising. This is the part of the job I hate. I hate sporting events, so the fact that we work in Super Bowl and golf tournaments and things like the US Open and NBA and NCAA, it's part of the job that just sucks, to be honest with you. But you know, it's fun on occasion, and once in a while we take a few guests with us. Golf tournaments are very big for us. What's really important here is that you guys get to see this high-profile stuff. That is a percentage of what we do. We're working day-to-day on the ground on a lot of events that are not so high-profile, but just as important to us. But we do a great deal of work within the golf industry as well. It's funny that I throw this slide up there. It just happened to learn the other day, of course, that the DNC was there. You know, Brooklyn, Cleveland, Philadelphia. I'm thinking they made the right decision. I'm not sure about you guys, but I'm thinking they made the right decision. There is going to be, in the next 2 years, an amazing amount of work in here. I don't think you all realize that, how much it is. We do. We've been through it a number of years in lots of places. We're here to participate without question. A little bit about clear spans. I'm only going to point to one thing. Something we do, 60 meter. Think about that, 200 feet wide. On occasion that's needed. We have a huge stock of that, huge stock of 50 meter. Clear span, different shapes and sizes. I want to point to one thing in particular. This single slope up here, it's a unique product. The big thing about it, think about that up against some venue someplace. Look at the graphics potential. Look at the way the snow sheds on that thing. And think about a mezzanine. VIP high-end space. Awesome type of stuff that we've got in inventory. We do a lot of graphics work, a lot of custom graphics work. We do it in-house. We do a lot of custom facades. When do you not want a tent to look like a tent? We build that, okay? You recognize Tiffany's, I'm sure. We're doing a lot of car showrooms these days where we want to put branding on things. We do a lot of that stuff as well. Tables and chairs are big for us. This chair, the Canadian chair, is an exclusive for us. I want to bring this to an event in ISIS. I'm begging you all to let us bring you down a bunch of chairs. It's called Canadian because there are 2,000 different covers for this thing. It becomes anything you want it to be. And so it's an amazing. I want to say one last thing if I can. ISIS is an amazing organization. It's one of my favorite organizations to work in. Secondarily, the special events community is a very special community. It is a tight community. We all know what's going on. We know each other well. In the next 2 years in Philadelphia, there is going to be an amazing amount of work in this market. The number one thing we got to do in Philadelphia, make Philadelphia look good. Make people want to be here. So we have that responsibility. Let's do it. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. That was number 5. I can keep going. Right?